Opposition-nominated commissioners at the Guyana Elections Commission, Vincent Alexander, Charles Corbin, and Desmond Trotman, submitted a proposal in February of this year contending that GECOM cannot objectively contribute to electoral reforms without investigating the weaknesses of the electoral system that possibly led to an attempt to distort the results of the last general regional elections held in March 2020. In striking down the proposal for an internal investigation to be launched into the affairs of the elections, Chairperson of the Guyana Elections Commission, GECOM, retired Justice Claudette Singh, stated that the exercise would be outside of the remit of GECOM and potentially encroach on the jurisdiction of the High Court. Singh further made a distinction between an evaluation of GECOM's processes in efficiently conducting an election and an investigation into what transpired during the elections period, while noting that the latter should be handled by the High Court. Opposition-appointed Commissioner Vincent Alexander, however, believes that the chairperson seemingly misinterpreted the request. In providing clarity, Alexander, during a recent telephone conversation with Nightly News, pointed out that the commissioners representing the opposition requested an administrative review of the conduct of the elections that is expected to provide insight into what went wrong and why.
The court has a responsibility for issues where people are identified for wrongdoing and will punish them for wrongdoing. The court has a responsibility in a petition to determine whether the results were correct or not. We are not asking for that. We are saying that if you have an electoral reform, then you need to know what are the issues that the legislation must address, and you can only know these issues if you review your system.
Alexander further indicated that Singh's response to the proposal fails to address the kind of the review that has been requested and its purpose.
She created a strong house and then pulled that strong house down by saying we can't do that, as if she was answering what we asked for. She's not answered what we asked for. She went a bit further to say that, well, if GECOM can do a review, it has to be a review based on the report of the CEO. Now, that's another straw house. We never asked for a review based on the report of the CEO.
Further, the commissioner underscored that part of the proposal calls for a review to be undertaken by an independent team.
Get a team of independent persons to review the conduct of the elections that will tell us what went wrong, where it went wrong. It's not a matter of identifying who did what. It's a matter of how things happened, so that we could know where the weaknesses are in the system that can be corrected.
Earlier this month, President Irfan Ali announced that a commission of inquiry headed by Justice of Appeal retired of Turks and Caicos, Stanley John, has been set up to investigate the frailty of Guyana's electoral systems and present recommendations for improvements. A number of petitions filed by the APN-UAOC coalition post the 2020 elections for a review of possible fraudulent occurrences are still before the courts. Temika Rodney reporting for the HGP Nightly News.